Erica here with One Berkshire.
Hi.
And look who I'm joined with. This is Yuki from Methuselah.
Hello.
And you can see the beautiful sign behind us. So we're here today because we are getting really close to the conclusion of taking nominations for the Trendsetter Award. And Yuki, hold that up. So you might notice we have yet another amazing winner of the Trendsetter Awards here. So do you remember so you won a couple of years ago.
Yes, I won it in 2016.
And what did you get awarded for?
For Newcomer of the Year.
Yes, so Newcomer of the Year, and because right around that time you had just opened.
Right. I had opened the bar, I guess, the February before, so they gave me the award the year after. So in 2016, which was such a great honor just to be nominated. And then when we actually won, and unfortunately, I wasn't even at the ceremony because I'm thinking, like, what are the odds
that you would win, right?
And I was away at a happy camp. I know it sounds terrible, but but it was a camp for entrepreneurs to how to make your business better. And then Johnny, who's our bartender manager, so he accepted the award.
Awesome. So we'll come back to telling you about the award in a second, but let's follow this thread about entrepreneurship and happiness so we're going to go inside. We're going to look inside the bar because she's doing some beautiful things in there. And as we walk and talk, I want to hear a little bit more about the story of you as an entrepreneur and opening this bar and some of your mission behind it.
Right. And so the happy camp that I went to was from a company that I had come across. My friend Tom sent me a link to a company that's called the Happy Startup Company, happystartup.com.
Yeah.
So, and I read the article, and it's about a business model based on happiness, and not happiness to your customers or yourself, but a happiness of yourself, the business, your staff, and the patrons obviously coming in. So my mission statement for the bar became like, okay, what can we do to make your life a little bit better just because you came into contact with us? That was the premise of the whole entrepreneurial model for the happystartupcompany.com.
And one of the ways you've done that is by creating this gorgeous ambiance.
And
when people walk
that's
in.
Gabi behind.
All right.
Facebook Live.
She's setting up for tonight. Hello. So you were talking to me about just this feel when you walk into this place.
Right. So this goes back to when I come from pretty humble backgrounds and never experienced fine dining ever, and then moved to New York. I was working, made some good friends, and one of my now best friends, she took me to like this really fine dining 3-star Michelin rated restaurant. And I remember when I walked in for the first time, every sense was awakened. The visual beauty, the sounds of the bar, the music, and
probably
then
even the smells.
The smells, because the food was so amazing. And then and I was kind of like this what they call fresh off the boat, bridge and tunnel kind of a person, not fine dining attire.
You didn't look this good, right?
I didn't look like this.
You didn't look like this.
I've assimilated over the years. And I just remember them making me feel like I was the Queen of England, no matter. So the service, the friendliness, and I walked away walking on cloud 9. So I was hoping to bring a little bit of that here. Obviously, we're not 3-star Michelin rated yet.
Yet.
But I wanted to bring that friendliness, that feeling that you walk away like, oh, that was an amazing experience. Hoping to bring a little bit of that to the bar.
So let's take a little quick tour of the bar, because while we're here, we might as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to turn us so we get some good lighting here. So here are some of the selections of the bar. So come back here and tell us about some of what we're looking at.
Yeah, so, and I was telling Erica before that when I was building the bar, I just felt like magic happens and it exists in the world, because every time I needed something, I'm like, I know beer, but I have no idea what the cocktails or wine is. And then magically, Caitlin Harrison appeared with all her talents and magnificence, and she helped me set up the craft cocktail.
Which looks amazing back there.
Yeah, that we're known for, which has to do with making amazing cocktails on a consistent basis, and that's why you see us obsessing about the measurements with the jiggers. And so we came up with the cocktail program, and also Caitlin at the time was the representative for a small wine distributor that made organic and biodynamic wines. Biodynamic is organic plus.
Ooh.
It's a take on the Steiner philosophy, which you go by the cycles of the moon, and there's absolutely no motor in their harvesting. So everything's plowed by hand, donkeys, mules, you name it, and it's just beautiful works of art. I call it drinkable works of art.
And that's these wine bottles up
Yes,
here?
these wines. All
So,
the wines
okay,
are
so
there.
she was telling me about this. If you are looking for, if your typical glass of wine just feels a little low scale for you, you can come here for how much does a glass of that wine cost?
So the Medio Peppers that you see on top, there's a whole cult following. And Medio Pepe was the first biodynamic wine producer out in Italy. So we used to be able to get cases at a time per year, whatever we wanted we were able to get. But then over the years, I get like maybe 1 or 2 bottles.
So super selective here, super exclusive.
Some of them can go back to like 1970. And the way they make the wine is so, there's so much work that goes into it. It's hand harvested, hand pressed, everything's made by hand. So yeah, each bottle, we buy it at around $200, and it can be $1,000 plus as well.
Wow.
So, but they're incredibly the most beautiful.
So if you want to impress somebody, come here,
We
get
have
them a
a
very
couple bottles
expensive glass of
downstairs,
wine.
yeah.
She's got a few left, but highly exclusive. All right, and the last thing I want to show everybody is this area over here. You're talking about doing some renovations.
Yes.
So let's see what we're looking at first. So here's
our
what would you
lab.
call this area?
This is like what we call the lounge area, and I wanted people to. I love the whole aspect of interacting closely.
Yeah.
Like they have a great intimate,
Couches.
close type of experience when you come to the bar. And but then I bought these online without trying them out, and then I realized when I sit on it, I'm like, oh my god, it's so low, my muffin top is showing.
So you don't look as good as you want to look.
Right, and you feel kind of uncomfortable.
Here, I'm gonna
because
sit next to you.
because Now you're
We'll both have our muffin
now
tops
you're
showing.
self-conscious, right? And then the eating just didn't feel as comfortable.
Right,
in case you
we're
wanted to have
actually
a
really
bite.
low here. I wasn't expecting us
Yeah.
to be this
Right,
low,
so
but
it's
yeah.
pretty- Then I realized, okay, it looks good. It served its purpose, but now we're thinking of putting some high top bar seating here.
Nice.
So that's coming, I think, soon, Phil. Soon, right, Phil? And
Phil, if you're listening, you
Phil,
have a
Mr.
job to
Bastow,
do.
We're waiting for the furniture. So we're gonna have some 3 tables,
Okay.
higher tops, and then we're gonna have a bench across over there with more ergonomic, comfortable dining seating. So that's what we're working on.
And you have such beautiful artwork on the wall. Is there
Yeah,
anything you want to tell about that?
Oh, these are rotating artwork. So so we get artists locally, and they want to showcase them because we do have quite the traffic going by. So
Yeah.
these are all for sale.
Ooh.
And so we and Justin Allen, one of our servers, he's very artistically inclined. He's a musician. He can draw amazingly, and he's also doing videography.
Nice.
And photography, and so he's the one who curates the artists for
Nice.
us.
Cool. All right, so hold this award up one more time. All right, so again, the Trendsetter Awards, July 10th is the last day that you can nominate somebody. There are 7 different categories. Newcomer of the Year is one of them. So if you know of any new businesses to the area or new individuals to the area who are just making a great splash and doing great things for the area, as Yuki did with Methuselah,
Yes.
you can go online and nominate.
Absolutely.
Super easy process. It'll take you maybe 5 to 10 minutes to do a nomination, and it will really. So I always tell people it means a lot to get a nomination,
Yes,
but you
it
can
really-
probably speak
yes,
to that.
Absolutely. When they nominated me, I felt very. I was kind of blown away. I'm like, oh my god, really? Oh my god, that's so cool.
And just to be seen by the community in that way and
Right.
acknowledged for
And
because
then-
I'm sure it was a lot of work to do something, to create
Right,
something like this.
Right,
so
which
that-
was an acknowledgement and the appreciation from the community is definitely more mean. Not it's great to win, granted, but absolutely just being nominated was pretty amazing.
All right, so you can make somebody's day by nominating them
Yeah.
for a Trendsetter Award.
Yes.
All right, so Erica from One Berkshire and Yuki from Methuselah signing off.
guys.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.